amHALL.
Yeah. Hey YouTube, we are here at Osaka's amHALL with Cyhra in Japan, and we're gonna do a quick gear on what we are using on this 2-week Japan tour. First, Marcus tells you a little bit about his guitars.
Yes. For this tour and for all the other tours we're gonna do, at least through 23, I'm using the Gibsons. Been using Gibsons for quite a while now. I have one black and one red. Switching back and forth. They're the same setup. They have the EMGs 81 and 85. We use the Sennheiser wireless stuff. Grover tuners, Timecodes bridge, and what is it? Strings, Ernie Ball strings. Yes, you know, it's so easy to forget.
Okay, and the other guitar, if you show that fast, but that's like same but different color, right?
Yes. Guitar number 2, same thing as the red one, but in black. It's missing one thing. It's missing the little ring around the switch here. So I'm gonna have to buy a new one because it's in Tokyo somewhere. Also EMGs, of course, 81, 85. Grover tuners, not Timecodes bridge, like it's original Gibson bridge. Yeah, that's it.
All right, and then
you have to follow me to the front of the stage, because this is where the magic happens. It's a little bit tight right now since that support band just put their stuff up, but here we have the this is actually new. If you guys saw the last gear thing we did, I used the Helix, but now I switched over to the this one. You've probably seen this one, I guess. It's the Neural DSP Quad Cortex. It's nice, it's light, it's small, it's handy, it sounds good, it's convenient. It works perfect for what I do. I need to have one thing in one place. I don't want, you know, stepping thing as Mr. Valovirta likes. so I like to keep it nice and tidy. So I'm using rhythm tone with delay and reverb, a little bit like a dirty clean sound with some sauce on it. Might be applesauce, might be cranberry sauce, who knows. And then I have a clean sound. We do have some sounds with effects on it, like so I have a telephone effect, kind of the phone effect with a phase 90. The main rhythm sound with the phase 90, and I am the one. We don't know about I'm the one. I don't dare press that button. We'll see. We're not doing I'm the one right now, so I'm not using that. But it's for the mid section. I'm gonna say for sound wise, I'm using the 5150 amp. It's actually the stock 5150, which comes with this thing, and I'm using a couple of IRs.
Are you using anything to boost the 5150?
Yes, I'm using. Well, I can tell you about the whole chain.
Yeah. I'm
using the Tube Screamer. I think it's a TS808, which is modeling this one, and then I'm using the 5150, and then an IR. Actually, 2 IRs.
What are those?
And right now I'm using the IRs from what's his name? Josh Middleton from Architects. I'm using one of his IRs. They sound really good. They're based on a Mesa Boogie with vintage 30s, of course, as we all like. We all like the sound, and you know it works. And then I'm having some effects with that, of course, with delay. And yeah.
Can we hear some sounds? I think Jeff, our sound guy, has opened the PA. I hope so. Jeff is there. That's the. And Jeff is he's American, but he's really Scandinavian one way that he likes to do a lot of Vasaloppet.
Vasaloppet.
Yeah. So those of you who knows. Yes. All right. There should be some sounds from the PA because we use in-ears, so the stage is quiet except the drums. So let's see if Marcus.
Okay, so this is the rhythm sound what I'm using. Yeah, and of course the same sound.
Yeah.
Then the saucy sound. And clean. And then the telephone effect. Yeah, you hear the difference.
Yeah.
Phase 90. And main with phase 90. That's it.
All right. Thank you.
Thank you.
All right. So my guitars, these are the ones I've been using always with Cyhra. So if you see the previous one, it's a custom shop, ESP Japan custom shop, my signature model, mahogany body, maple top, maple neck with a Goda locking tuners, Goda bridge and tailpiece, jumbo frets, ebony fingerboard, and this time I was using the EMG 5766 with live with Cyhra for many years, but for this tour I changed to the good old 81-85 combination, which I used on the forthcoming album as well. So the only thing I've done, I just changed the pickups, and yeah, that's I don't have a number one guitar. I've been playing, one show with the white, then one with the black, and just switching. So this is basically exactly the same, just reverse colors. And so we have one basic tuning, which is standard C, and then on some songs we drop the E string one whole step, which makes the tuning drop B flat, and then we're using a drop pedals for tuning down extra half step. So it's B and drop A, but that's only on a couple of songs. And the strings what I use are DR 12 to 60. Again, Goda locking tuners, Goda bridge tailpiece, MG81, 85, exact same guitar, just reversed color. Okay, the pedal board, it's what I've been using a lot. So this is the drop where I'm using just to drop the whole guitar down one half step for a couple of songs, so I don't need to switch any more guitars. I can play the whole show with one guitar. So that's the first thing. So the signal comes from the wireless to this, then it goes to a full tone Clyde Deluxe wah, which I mean now sometimes I've had some other wahs, it works. Then it goes to bass SD1, then to chorus ensemble. So these are before the amp, then the blue guitar amp 1 Iridium, where I have one channel, one basic sound, I don't switch anything. These, yeah they are, but I don't use these. It's just one classic channel, which is like JZM 800 boosted with SD1. Then on this loop I have a Wampler dB booster, just for solos, but Jeff I think does most of the solo level boosting. It's just for me that I hear my leads a little bit better in my in-ears. And the delay, which I usually kick on also for the solos. And yeah, the tuner is actually just the drop D thing. And then under it's my cabinet, which is the New Neighbor Iconoclast I've been using forever. So that's the cabinet sound. And then from the New Neighbor there's two XLRs which goes to our monitor rack here, and then we use Sennheiser wirelesses. These are the mics, the in-ears and the guitar wirelesses. All Sennheiser. They've been endorsing. We've been endorsed by them many years, and big thanks. They, you know, send us all of this stuff for this tour, so we didn't need to bring any of our own. And I think they wouldn't even work here because the whatever frequency thing is completely different. So big thanks to Sennheiser. That's fantastic. And then I have a Radial JDY DI box. So these are from the New Neighbor Iconoclast, then XLRs, and then they go to our monitor mixer here. So that's that. And now few sounds. This is the main sound that is on 95%. Then my lead sound is just a delay. And sometimes a one. Our manager is showing me, but it's yeah. And without the SD, clicks nicely, and then when I chorus. So I don't switch channels, I have one good sound instead of many mediocre sounds. Jeff likes that. Okay, and yeah, the drop thing. Very handy. Thank you. And the gear run continues with Alex Landenberg's drum kit on this tour. Alex.
Hey guys, so on this tour I have a Mapex kit obviously, but this time it's an Orion. So a discontinued series. Orion used to be top of the line from Mapex a few years ago, and these kits are just absolutely incredible. It's a beautiful white Orion with golden lux, and I think it looks terrific. It sounds absolutely awesome. Wonderful drum. My go-to snare drum that I'm always using, the Sledgehammer. My favorite snare drum of all times, really. There's nothing better for me on the planet. Cymbals, as always, Zildjian. On this tour, it's exclusively K. So here we have what is quite read it. That's a 17-inch custom fast crash. That's a Master Sound 14-inch K hi-hat. These look like they are. What do we have here? It's a K custom dog crash, 17-inch. Fantastic cymbal. This is the K standard ride cymbal. It's an amazing ride cymbal. Has a great bell, great definition, great ping, and you can crash it really well. 20-inch, love it. K dog crash. Actually, these are cymbals that I'm using almost all the time. Also in Europe, also in America. Medium thin dog crash, K 18-inch. And lastly, another dog crash, 19-inch. Crash riding a lot on this one, and it's absolutely incredible. And as always, I'm using my 5B Zildjian drumsticks, and yeah, they do the job, and I'm very happy with them. So yeah.
How about the kick drum pedal? I'm pretty sure someone.
Yes, well the pedal, exactly. The pedal is actually the only non-Mapex item. I do love the Falcon pedals, but I still feel very much at home with a Tama Speed Cobra. So it's a Tama pedal, and I have the Mapex beaters on there actually, but I just like the Speed Cobra. It's a great pedal, and so that's what I'm using on this tour.
Alright, and the thing behind you is Mr. Asus, so you're operating that.
Yes. I'm operating Mr. Asus, and he's doing a great job. He's very reliable. He is a great bass player, I have to say that. He's really awesome. So that's that. And let's not forget, we have an 8-inch. It's also a K, it's actually a regular K 8-inch splash. In a very, very comfortable playing position, because I can just sit here and I can just go bam, and that's what I do.
Hey guys, we are in Tokyo, and in Tokyo a lot of things happen. So behind me here
Sennheiser Japan has been kind enough to send us brand new stuff that we've been using throughout the whole Japanese tour. It's amazing. We even have this one and Sennheiser shirts. The best thing that could ever happen, right? So let's go down here. On this tour, we're using the G4 actually for both wireless for guitars and for the microphones. The microphone that I'm using here has 935 capsule. I'm usually using the 945 and the 965 when we're home, when we're touring elsewhere in the world, but this time I got a 35. Connected to the SR2050 systems, they are dual, which makes it easier when you scan things throughout the air. One thing that we realized here in Japan, and that is also why we needed Sennheiser's help, we cannot bring our own stuff because the frequency span in the air here is cramped. I mean, like, the guitar transmitters go from 806 to 809, I think, which is like, what do you have? 8-9 channels available for stuff, which is really hard. We're using the G4 for the mics, as I said. We're using the G3 at home. Has worked out fantastic. Haven't had any single problems with anything. It's been working super, and we're so thankful to Sennheiser for letting us, they're actually sending us brand new stuff for this tour, and can't express my gratitude in any other way than say domo arigato. On the monitor side, we are using the Mackie DL32R, which is a compact thing. It reminds you of the Behringer 32 something as well, but this one is way better. And this we've been using since the start of the band, I think, since
2017.
Yeah, 2017. It's a fantastic system. It has 32 inputs. It has 14 outs, which we're using for our in-ear systems, but we can also decide if we're coming to a show which does not have Dante, which we're using from the computer with the backing tracks, we can choose to go out with our stuff that we're putting here, out for here. I would love to have 18 or 20 channels out, because then you can hardwire things out easily, but when we have a lot of stuff like we do, but you know, that's a wish list thing. So we're going through Dante in here, which is extremely convenient because in this thin cable you can send how many tracks you want into this one, and that just bridges inside this one to our Yamaha, either QL5, CL3, or which one is the other one? Yeah, whatever. Some of the other Yamaha boxes that do Dante cards, which is great. And then we're doing our own monitoring throughout the Master Fader app. So we're getting everything in here, and we could fix the best in-ear situation possible for our ears. So yeah, that is what we're using when it comes to mics. Yeah, the other guys are using the 935 capsule on this tour as well. That's what we're using. We're so thankful for Sennheiser. Thank you very much. Domo arigato.